7. Woo! Okay, let's get some volume up in here. As per usual, I cannot remember what the fuck I was doing yesterday. So, we'll find out. Oh, we're 7 hours in though. To excuse my room, it's a bit of a mess. Oh, now I'm going to put it on full screen so I can actually enjoy it. Okay. I can't remember what I was doing, so I will have a look around in all the rooms, I suppose. Let's check out this floor first. Oh yeah, I remember I killed stupid fucking ghosts and used one of my healths that I didn't want to use. That annoyed me. Don't remember that being there. But I'm not very good at remembering things anyway. Load room now. Let's see if there's anything on the video I can watch. It's a projector. I don't think we're going to find much anything. I reckon it's going to be up on the 3rd floor. But I want to investigate this floor first, just to make sure there's nothing left on here. Where's that room lead again? Oh, that leads down. Got my Wii. Let's do this. That leads me to outside. Is it downside? No. Eventually we'll find out what that door's for. Oh, not eventually. We're going to find out pretty soon. Where's the gain on here? Once again. How's that? Is that better? Something's appeared. I know where that is. That's down the stairs. Cool. Thank you. I must have accidentally knocked it down when I was putting it back the other day, because I thought it was, on the recordings it was a bit low. But thank you for confirming that. This room is familiar. This place is dim, like a basement. Yes, it is. Let's get our asses down there. God damn it, and I've just killed that ghost. If that ghost comes back, I am going to be pissed off. I might as well save just in case. Yay, someone talking in my chat, even if we were talking a minute ago on Discord. Anyway, but still, it counts towards my metrics when you talk on there. I'm all about the sexy metrics. If that, I swear, if that ghost, the one that kicked my ass, comes back, I am gonna be so annoyed. I know where the hole in the ground is, though. If black and white angry ghost gets me, it's game over. Which one? Which signature is that? Oh, you mean the wubba dub dub? Thanks for the sub. That was actually me copying Bart Simpson for, what's it? Wubba dub dub, thanks for the grub. When he was, what's it called? Saying grace in The Simpsons. 20 years ago. But it does sound very much like the wubba lubba dub dub. I don't want to go down the hole. Okay, that's kind of a bit of a pointless one. Is it just going to take us straight back to where we were? Okay, fine. Lots of double backpacking. I'll get you. Yeah, I did. I'm fast on the trigger finger now, whereas I was shit. Cheeky undertable ghost. Come on, come on. I missed the fatal frame chance then. Come on, out of the walls you come. There you are. Come on. There she comes again. This is a bit of a... I was going to complain a bit too easy, but I think I will take that after the last one. Just running from one side, back again. Come on, you gonna help me? I thought I'd be cheeky then, just to see whether I can get her, but it didn't work. I just wasted a shot. I think she wants to get caught. I bet I don't get the item either. Oh, maybe I do. My complaining was pointless. Okay, I get to do some reading. There is no change today. She's still unconscious, sleeping. I'm afraid. Is she still alive in this state? It was set to 720. So if it's gone any higher, then I need to tinker with OBS because my original scene was set to play at 720. I looked at her in the cardiovascular and the EEG data, which were in the doctor's desk. I don't know what she was holding, but if you look at the things in the numerical data, she may as well not be. Sometimes I can't help feeling like her eyes have opened. In my mind, I know it will be a blessing if this patient recovers. Even so, my heart trembles with uneasiness. Oh, she's a nice nurse rather than one of the evil nurses. When she opens her eyes and opens that door, I know the world will collapse. Also, I know this, but I can't move the thing any further forward. Otherwise, I'll have my head in the TV screen. We can just have the painting. Okay. She should be dead. Oh, the door. Okay. I don't know how I can have my mic any closer to me without it being completely extended, which is difficult. I was thinking about rearranging my room to make it a little bit easier. Currently, though, this is the best I can kind of have it. I have tried to optimise the setup as best I can for this position. It's definitely on 720 though, because that's what I followed a video online that said it said 720 because yeah, most people can view that. Do I go upstairs and... Right. Yeah, I'll go upstairs first and open that door. Fuck it, no I won't. I'll go downstairs. Investigate the evil door, but if Mr. Ghosty comes back, I am not hanging around. Okay, so it's still locked, fine. And the ghost didn't come back. Yeah, I am eventually going to get a monitor and then attach everything to my desk. That way I can have everything in close proximity to me. At the moment I've got the TV here, I've got my iPad down there for the chat, I've got this hook arm coming from that corner of the room, so it's not an ideal setup at the moment. But I've got the Elgato and I need a monitor in order to use it, but the computer only has one HDMI input, the rest are all display ports, so I need a monitor with a display port in order to use Elgato, which is a bit of a pain in the ass, but I knew it was going to be a pain in the ass. Again, yeah, I do that sometimes. Oh, right, I get you. Oh, this is good. It's just, it looks like I'm getting very, very excited by horror. If it excites you, okay, there's nothing wrong with that. You don't need to be ashamed. Okay, so where are we going? We are going this way. Finally, we get to open this door. I've tried this door so many fucking times. Where will this take us? Oh, I hear the sounds of something. Don't be another book. Ooh, okay, we've got some crystals. I'll try and power up in a minute. This is a new area, so I'm expecting a new ghost. They tend to have new ghosts in the new areas. They all want their house. Look at that! Right on fucking cue. Oh, we've got 2 of them. Brilliant, buddy. He's got something on his head. Oh, too late. Come on. Wait before he reappears. Come on. Hey, Beta, how's it going? How are you, Beta? Oh shit. Always don't happen. I'm good. Good, thank you very much for asking. Still playing through this one before I go on to the next one. Come on. I'm really cheap, I never use the good ammo. Where are you? There you are. Come on. Oh, fuck. Sorry about that, Beta. Yeah, I'm good. How have you been? Been playing any games lately? Did you take a look at that May flash? Oh, I must have killed the purple guy. I'll sit a bit further forward, see if this can... I'm going to have to tighten this a bit if I'm going to have this up in front of my face. There we go. Yeah, I can't wait to start using my desk instead. Fair enough. You having a good weekend? Having a good Saturday? Oh, well, I'm sorry to hear that. I sometimes have trouble sleeping, and I listen to audiobooks. I know Hyzenthal in the chat, he also listens to them as well. I don't think he uses them for a sleep aid, though. But, yeah. Or I put on PBS Studios on YouTube. Oh, so you're nocturnal. Well, I know where I am. Ooh, I know exactly where I am. So you've become an owl. Awake through the night, sleeping during the day. I know there's a secret door in this area as well. I don't know whether to go for the save point first. And there's the handprints. Those are cool. I liked how they made me jump the first time round. Well, they didn't make me jump. It was eerie, but it's not doing it again. So, to the save point or not? Hello, new viewer. Welcome to the stream. I'm a bit brain dead today, or I've had too much coffee. One of the two. I always worry about that door because one time the game didn't load properly. It just stayed there, like she wanted. Where are you? Come on. Here she is. I can see the wibbly wobbly. Can't lock on to them until they're close enough. Look for the wibbly wobbly. There it is. I know if I let her get close, I could do the fatal frame, but I'm a coward. I'm going to play like a coward. Other games I'm not so much, but this game, I'm a coward. Deals with it, peoples. Okay. That's probably why I've only died twice. Oh. Oh, did it not lock on properly? The curse has been broken. Even though I'm pretty sure you said the other day, Beta, that the dolls don't do anything. Here's the true enemy of this game. Curtains. Yes, but it's meant to be an island off Japan. Which I know, there's plenty of separate islands, but... Oh, I'm sorry, Beta, I logged out. I can't remember what time I logged out. But I've been playing it for about almost 2 hours, I think, which is way longer than I normally play it. See, that shit, it confuses all of them. Curtains confuse the hell out of people. Right, to the save point. Oh, we've got something in here. I would say, Beta, from what you were saying before as well, I think so far... Oh, hold on. Hold that for. I think this might be my favourite one so far. The flow of the game is a lot better. Yes, you've got the problem that I complained about with having multiple cameras to power up. But the flow is better, and because you're playing... I know it's not over the shoulder technically, but it kind of is. The way the game plays just feels more fun. Okay, where do you go? I thought you were off out somewhere, Isenfall. Because you said you were going to leave it on the G-Force, so I assumed you were going out somewhere. Taking the dog for a walk. I wanted to send you the video of the dog I saw the other day. It was the same dog that I keep on showing you. Oh, I know. I don't need to go there. The lady that has the puppy, she always brings the puppy over to see me, but the problem is she's trying to train the puppy, and every time I see her, I'm like, I excite her too much, which isn't helping her training. But I can't help it. The puppy's so happy. Nothing cooler than a happy pup. Okay, I'm not going downstairs yet. I'm going to clear this floor first. No, locked. Okay, well that makes that decision for me. Yes, that's what I was going to ask you yesterday about. I forgot to reply to that though, so I'll have to add you on Facebook. I can send you the pupper vid. She is so fucking happy. Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if you're a guy or a girl or not. It's hard to tell. I don't know if I think my metrics say that it's mainly guys that watch me, but I don't mind. It's all good. As long as we get to enjoy horror games together. Although yesterday, you're being a delinquent with your chores. Naughty Isenfall. I mean, is it really that messy anyway? I can't imagine. I imagine you're quite a tidy person. Or am I completely wrong? Where's the item? Come on. Come on, I know you're in that shelf somewhere. Oh, there we go. There you go, I'm shaking it so you can see it on camera. Hope you're happy now. Okay, I know there's a doll out here. Oh, but it doesn't matter because they're not going to let me out there anyway. Oh, blaming the dogs. Alright, fine. That's cheeky. Blame the puppers. Oh, this lift is open. Right, I will come back to this lift. I expect these doors are going to be locked anyway. This game definitely has, like, the ghost of a lock keeper? No, a key maker? The key maker. Basically, the key maker from Matrix 2 and 3, or one of those two movies. He's a ghost in this because he's running around the show locking every door he can. Various bottles of medicine and syringes are placed on the desk. And a very uncomfortable looking pillow. Alright, that's that one, and the door that way. I think this leads me to the secret room. Okay, so that... Okay, so the one directly behind me is the reception desk. Let's go take a look. I know where it wants me to go, I'm just avoiding it. I'm not entirely sure what you mean by yes-no pillow. I'm not sure if I want to know. Is that something that's going to freak me out? Is it weird that I find this doll wonky? Nothing else in here. Oh. There's rows of lockers, but the doors are rusted and can't be opened. Yes, definitely. The third game was good. The gameplay was good. It definitely made good strides, but I think this one's better than 3. I think it's top ones for me so far. It's difficult because 2, the story in 2 was amazing. Well, it was convoluted, but the ending was really, really cool. It actually made sense why the sisters were there. All the other games, by the end of it, I'm confused to what the fuck has happened. Although I read the story, I worry that because I'm trying to talk at the same time, I forget what's going on. Oh no, my enemy. Oh, okay. Fair enough. Is there going to be nothing on this floor whatsoever for me to find? Oh, well. We got the cutie dolls. One thing I'm worried about is I want to play the 5th game, but it's on the Wii U. And I've got a Wii U emulator, and it works okay for games that you don't have to use the gamepad on. But I'm pretty sure the 5th game of this uses that as a camera. So I don't know how I'm going to emulate that. Yeah, so that's going to be difficult. I'd like to do it though, because I'd like to have all of them. Okay, so we've almost checked out this floor. Okay, so this should be a dead end down here, so I'll go in that door in a moment. Normally this is a dead end. Yeah, because it's got the bars on the left. So another doll. One of my buddies. They're my buddy dolls. No, it doesn't give me any option. I bet there's going to be nothing up here, so I'll go all the way back round to the elevator, and then the elevator, it'll stop working, and then I'll have to run all the way back here. Because that's what these kind of games like doing. Okay. I'm hoping, with any luck, see there's a secret door behind there. So I'll check that out in a moment. There's something else in here. I'm going to try and get 30 subscribers by the end of the weekend. So I'm going to be playing a lot tonight and a lot tomorrow. But I am going to the gym in about 3 hours. Oh, got some super ammo. Cool. Oh, have I got to remember the code? I took a photo of the code. There are numbers lined up on the intercom panel. Okay, so there's still input from me using the last character. That is good. I also think the story in this one is a lot more comprehensible. It's on an island, everyone's separate. The director is a descendant of one of the priests, and he's like, these masks, I can control people's brains. So he's a mad scientist. I get that. The visuals in this one feel less copy-paste. In the third game, it felt like every room was copy-pasted and rotated 45 degrees. Whereas this one, yes, they reuse a lot of assets, but in a way that is less noticeable. The light casts shadow underneath the bed. Red blotch is left on the bed, where the restraint band is wound like a thick belt. I'm thinking about getting a schedule. I'm going to write it on my page. So I'm going to make one. Someone did tell me that it's quite important to have a schedule. I want to be able to keep it, and not let people down. Like yourself, if you're coming back to watch, which is really nice. But I'm thinking about having it as, let me see, Tuesdays. Is it? I don't know. I'll write it down. I'll put it on my profile page. But I'd like to do it Mondays. The days I don't go to the gym. I'm going to the gym. I'm just confusing everything. I know, dude. Yeah, it's alright. I'm aware that you're a busy man and our time differences are very, very out of whack. But I will, over this weekend, tomorrow, I will write a schedule up on my Twitch page. I think that's the well. I think that's where the well comes down. The passage is caved in. There's a happy Buddha. I swear, if this is locked, I've got to run all the way back. This is where the girls were found, which I'm pretty sure is the only... It might not be the only link to the first games. Here we go. So I've just taken the long route. So, yeah. This is... I think this might link to the first game where it says that girls were lost in the woods. But that was a different location. Unless the locations are kind of temporal. I should have saved. I didn't save. I'm an idiot that didn't save. Nani? Oh, end of the chapter? Yeah, there we go, end of the chapter. Saw that coming. Okay, so it's going to give us a quick synopsis. So what I will do is, after I complete this one, I will probably play the remake of the second one, which is also on the Wii. And while I'm playing that remake, I'll try and figure out how to play the fifth one. Yeah. They do love to monologue in horror games, especially Japanese horror games. I was saying the other day, I don't know whether I prefer them in English just because the dialogue is so camp. That you've got that, the parallels, they're juxtaposed to each other. For me, it is 7 PM. Unless you were talking to High Zenfall, that is. Anyway, I'll read this out. Chapter 3, The Forgotten Day. Toshiro Kirishima, a private detective, awakens. He finds himself in front of Haibara Hospital. Kirishima remembers that he was asked by Ruka's mother, Sayaka, to help Ruka, who has come to the island 10 years ago in case the girls are being kidnapped on the island. He had to rescue Ruka at her behest. Searching for Ruka, Kirishima stands before the hospital and sees the form of Haibara, a murder suspect he has been chasing on the mainland. Yu was one of the sons of Shigetsu Haibara, the director of the Haibara Hospital, the guy I mentioned earlier, the mad scientist, a man of power on the island. Yu Haibara was clearly connected to the incident in which a group of girls were kidnapped and later discovered in the basement of the hospital. However, at the time, Yu Haibara couldn't be found, and so he escaped. After Kirishima left his job as a detective, he continued to chase Haibara. Maybe Ruka's also... Kirishima thinks this is related to the kidnapping incident 10 years ago and returns to where he discovered the 5 girls, including Ruka. Pow. Sorry, I don't find it easy to read out loud. Fun of dyslexia. Toshiro, Ruka isn't here. Didn't the elevator go off? I don't know, did it? Director's involvement. The director's he's an evil piece of shit. Nice. I could do with one of those. That is a if you die you come back to life for free button. Okay, so you're 3 hours ahead of me. There's a small shrine set into a cave wall. But there's also an item because it's oh, there it is. Kirishima's investigation report number 4. Did I record this? Where are the other girls? I thought... Oh, unless that's the murder suspect he was following. There's actually some pretty good water effects going on over here. The reflections. It's just a shame that the game had to be run through a Wii, really. This door, I don't remember this being here. It looks very old. When I found Ruka here, maybe I just didn't notice. Maybe you didn't. It's a bit of an odd thing to say. Okay. There's water themes in all the previous games. Water normally leads to what's it called? The main altars or the main shrines. Like guiding the dead or something, if I remember correctly. Quickly take a look at my shit, because this guy doesn't have a camera. He's got a torch. And I've not leveled up any of it. He deserves some crystals. Not so worried about points. Right, so I'll go for depth next. What am I doing? Let's... Okay, so we've got 2. We've already powered up that. Okay, onwards. I should have done this before saving, really. Oh well. Don't think can't be getting near the end. Yeah, I can't roll my R's, so I do the best I can. I mean, most of the time I'm just trying my hardest to sound the words out. Like I said, I don't find it easy to read out loud. Point down, you piece of... Chapter 7, I think? It's confusing. When you end a character, it says that they're on one chapter, but I think it's chapter 7. About 7.5 hours in. Where is this goddamn item? Oh, there it is. Ah, cool. That's what I wanted. Is it going to let me through here? Gap is too narrow. I think it might collapse if I try, so it's impossible to go through. You could fit through there fucking easily. This is just horror logic. Looks like a will was placed here. Very strange place to leave a will. I don't want to die here. I heard a legend about the coming of the day without suffering. A legend which that those who hide here are the only ones that will survive. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate you not telling me. Someone performed at the ceremony of passage that woman has come, that woman's blooming. I saw her face, warped, crushed, twisted, impure. I saw her face. Blooming face, warped, crushed, blooming, twisted, blooming. Yeah, we get the point. Let me through. Why won't you let me through? Right, it's about time another ghost turned up, because we've not had any ghosts yet. Right, I'm getting good at calling these ghosts. Let's get out of this area. He's a grumbly ghost. Is that it? I don't think I killed him, did I? Problem is, Heisenfall, there's 5 different characters, so I'm not sure which character you want me to get into. And sometimes I can, but in this game, I think the highest amount of pages, one of them was 12 pages long. I had to go and get a drink to finish it off because my mouth was just so dry. Again, that can get confusing because they all talk, lots of them talk like, do you remember the remake of Resident Evil 1 with the little girl, how her writing degrades? There's a lot of that. There's 5 different girls, there's 2 different doctors, there's a nurse, then there's a newspaper reporter, there's the folklorist. It's, yeah, I would like to be able to do that, but I just don't know if I can pull it off. This leads to the director's office. He must also be involved in the kidnappings. Unless you want me to do a very, very racist Japanese accent, which I think I'll pass on. Although I don't think that's what you meant. Well, we've got a couple of them, have we? We've got a chin strap. Get closer. Both of them. Come on. Oh, I'm stuck. I might, eventually, once I get used to streaming in general, because it can be quite fun. Oh shit. will be streaming later. I'm going to take a break, go to the gym, then come back, but you might be asleep by then. Yeah, so if not, you have a nice evening, Vader. Take care, dude. Oh, walk back further, please. Well, I'm going to be on again tomorrow, so if you're bored tomorrow, I'll be around then as well. Bye, dude. Aren't they meant to hop as well? Oh no, that's Japanese zombie vampires. Oh, I didn't even have to press a button. The lift knows. It stopped. So yeah, I think I will try to get into character later on, once I'm a bit more used to... oh, I missed that ghost. Once I'm a bit more used to streaming and reading out loud, I might try and take on the characters. Because even if I look stupid, it could be funny. And if it's worth a laugh, I'm up for it. I would play that game if all the ghosts had that. Just like a little puff of smoke around their feet. I never did see the new Aladdin. Was it any good? I mean, Will Smith's normally good. Double save. Do the double tap on the saving. Just because I'm paranoid. If I've got anyone that's not normally a viewer, feel free to sub if you like. That'd be fantastic. I won't sub beg or whatever it's called. I just trying to grow the channel a little bit, and I appreciate it. If not, well, I hope you enjoy whatever you're seeing. And you can always give me advice if you've played the game before. Oh yeah, do you still have your massive collection of movies? Because, what was it, the Ultraviolet? Was Ultraviolet where your movies shifted to another place that you can still use them? Or can you still have access to the library, you just can't do anything with the library? If that makes any sense. We have a mask. What appears to be a corpse is covered by multiple pieces of cloth. Placed on the face is the same type of mask that can be found all around this building. The controls in this game can be a bit wonky. Oh, fair enough. As long as you still got access to them. That's the main thing, I suppose. How do I change this to the camera version? I think that does it. This guy's a little bit confusing because you can take photos of him, but you've got to assign it the torch as a camera. You can tell they kind of got a little bit confused. there's a button there. Fucking wonky ass controls. Oh. Right, let's collect everything up. Then I'll try getting that blue light, whatever it may be. Okay, they're loading me up. Normally I'd say that's a sign that they're going to throw a big baddie at me. Oh, that thing's moving. Okay. Notice incomplete documents incinerated. Notice there are deficiencies in the records of the recent deaths. Regarding designated records, incineration must be carried out immediately. Please use the incinerator in the backyard of the old building for this purpose. Backyard? Okay, fair enough. Oh, well, they're going to show me where it is anyway. The sticker on the key reads back door. Oh, okay. Right. I know where that is. Okay, now I've done a thing, they'll normally throw a ghost at me. It can be, but like I said, I find it hard to actually read them. So you're asking me to multitask to quite a big degree there. But once I get used to it a bit more, I'd definitely give it a shot. Examination report lies on top of the corpse. Name, Tsubaki Tono. Occupation, nurse at the Regetsu Hall. Death report. Performed as the Utsara of the Regetsu Kagura dance. Collapsed during the middle of the dance. Cause unknown. According to the testimonies, by the time the crowd had reached her, she was already dead. See, I end up stuttering, so if you want me to act and stutter and play, then it's going to be a mess. But in the future, perhaps. Cause of death. Autopsy results do not indicate any external injuries or diseases. There is a suspected heart attack, but this has not yet been confirmed as the cause. Further notes, we cannot determine the condition of her face. The cause for this is unknown. Simultaneous deaths of the shrine maidens. Did the ceremony of passage impact the festival? Was it caused by the mask which was used? Usage of the mask has long been taboo. Yeah, it has. A dog named Bob Bingy? Who does that to a dog? I certainly wouldn't. That's for sure. I want puppers to be named Pupper Dog. Oh, look at you, you little fucking... I see you in there. B-I-N-G-O. Okay, so we've got an item over there as well. I can see it on the table. So there's going to be something in the incinerator. But let's check out everything here first. Oh yes, that's what I needed. What is this thing that it's trying to show me? Oh, there's no item over there. This room's just full of prizes. Death certificate, Tomoko Hinuma. Is there some kind of connection with the corpse? Yes, that's normally an autopsy result is connected to the corpse. Tomoko Hinuma, cause of death, drowning. Death report, discovered floating in the Regetsu Hall pool by a nurse. She has already entered into cardiac arrest when she was discovered. Notes, on the night of the Kagura, there were reports of confusion at the time Tsubaki Tono fell unconscious. The Lunar Siddhartha crisis began on the night of the Kagura. A scrawled note was found. It appears to be a suicide note. Excuse me. A typical example of returning to normal after losing oneself within the Kagura. Traces of budding. The face was removed from the body. Dun dun dun. Okay, now to try and figure out what the hell... So you can strafe with the one of the buttons, but this is trying to... What is it trying to see? Normally, if there's something I can focus on, it kind of glows purple. I don't know, I'm going to have to give up whatever this item is. Whatever he thinks he can see. Because the controls are fucking janky. It's going to get boring me just looking like he's having a fucking stroke or something. Or doing some like really, really bad line dancing. Right, I've had enough of this room. Thought I could trick it into working. Nope, fine. At least I know if I get stuck, then this is the room I need to go to. I don't recognise the staircase. Or do I? No, I don't. Lucky ghosts are incredibly slow. Oh shit. Are you done? Fucking blue light. It's gonna get on my tits. Right, onwards. I don't even know my way around this area very well. Well, that's the way it wants me to go. Got you that time. Is this the hallway from before? Doesn't look like it. I don't recognise half of these rooms. Which means I want to explore. Is it going to be locked? Going to be locked or you're going to open? Yeah, quickly have a look around, see if there's any items. Oh, we got a... That'll get rid of the ghost. Just shut the door on it. Is she gonna come back again? So like, that ghost is gonna be well pissed off because I ruined her moment. Oh, ceiling ghost. I'll change that option. Oh, she's cute. Janky controls. Come on. Okay, there's one down. Aww. Okay. In each game, I also pick my favourite ghost. That, so far, is my favourite ghost. Oh shit. Right, how many are in this area? Oh, one behind me! That's cheeky. Come on. Things calm now? We calm? We good? We chill? No, I can hear her groaning, but... I'll investigate the door I've got to unlock in a moment. I just want to have a look around first. Ceiling Ghost is my favourite ghost. She was cool. Construction Workers Journal. Our work was temporarily halted. Some of the tunnels known to be beneath the island were found, and this has stopped our expansion. When this hospital was first built, the director's office was put in the basement. What did the director think when they hit these tunnels? On this island, been a cultural taboo for a long time. Was it because of these tunnels? One of the tunnels I noticed that the moonlight was filtering through from the writing on the page has been interrupted. Yeah, I'm not very good at reading those out loud. Here's one of my buddy dolls. Let's change to photographic mode. Go. Creepy little girl. Yeah, there's still something else here. Ah, there we go. Whoa, some health. Okay, they're quite stingy with the health in this one. Wrong fucking ammo. Go on, swing that thing. Go on. No. Cheeky, she was swinging her ghost club at me. Which she got from the ghost armory. Is that the way I came in? But obviously the hanging body isn't particularly nice. But I can't really see anything else in there. Come on, item. Show yourself. It's fucking hide and seek bullshit. There's some kind of peephole. It seems to be rusted out. Too rusted. Yeah, whatever. Let's look through there again, see if I can see anything else. No. Right. I'm going to go to the door I opened because I'm not getting much here apart from ghosties. Right, I'll take a look through this corridor, then head back. Oh, welcome viewer. Welcome to the stream. I'm killing ghosties. Looks like hospital equipment. I don't know where it's used. In the hospital. Well, that is most definitely not going to open. Okay, in that case, I will head onward. I'm sure this place will come in handy later. I'd love to play a horror game. 2-player. Problem is, as soon as you make a game, well, a horror game, multiplayer, it stops being scary. But it would still be cool. I suppose there are a couple of survival ones where you play on the same team. There's that Friday the 13th, and then which I played that and I didn't like that too much. But then there's the one that's like Friday the 13th, and that one I really enjoyed because you got to be the Blair Witch in it, and I was kicking people's asses as the witch. I think you can also be Bruce Campbell. And who wouldn't want to be Bruce Campbell? Fuck's sake. Right. Fine. I'll save, then I'll run up the big stairs. Okay, so I am not getting my bearings very well. Yeah, I wish I got the Humble Bundle with the Dead Space Humble Bundle like 7 years ago. I'm pretty sure it had the third one on, is it Origin? But at that point in time, I didn't have a computer, so I didn't. Well, no, I did have a computer because I reclaimed. I don't know. For some reason, I don't have the third one. Am I still going the wrong direction? No, I'm going the correct direction. Oh, I know where I am now. How can I turn on the power? I like that they tried something different with his torch, but it's annoying trying to get the fucking thing to... There we go. I logged into Origin when I got this new computer, because actually when I got this microphone, because it gave me a free game. No, that's not Origin, that's Uplay. I think I logged into Origin. And I suppose I could look through and see, but I'm pretty sure I checked. But I can definitely check again. Okay, so as per usual, I went the long route. So now I've got to go in here. Was the computer on this end or was the computer on this end? I think it was on this end. Yeah, because there was a door on this one. A broken door. Hello, fifth viewer. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a nice evening, or day, or morning, or Tuesday. Whatever you identify as it being. There's something in here. I'm pretty sure it's inside that room, and that's why I can't get to it. Okay, where is that machine? I'll think you'll following it around till I find it. I can hear the groaning of people. Oh, it's in the opposite direction. Okay. Oh, he's having a moment. Okay, so now ghosts will arrive, because as soon as you press a key thing in this game, ghosts arrive. Although we're never going to do better than Ceiling Ghost. She was the best ghost. No, I'm not going to look in there again. I've already looked in there twice. Lots of like an angry pupper. Okay. I just heard the doorbell. Okay, it's not for me, that's fine. Who knows, maybe someone is donating me pizza. I highly doubt it. We have opened the door. Picked up a document. As planned, the next 5 patients related to the special examination have been arranged. Examination will take place in the director's office. The limited access is essential, so we can stick a fucking mask on their face. Inpatient, room 310, Masaki Aso. Room 308, Ruka Yamatsuki. Room 203, Madoko Tsukimori. Outpatients, Marishin and Muiya I'm not going to try that again. Tomo Nanamura. At the end, a hurriedly scribbled memo is attached. Today's choice for the Kagura Kanade was bad. Without them, it would just be an ordinary festival. In previous ceremonies of passage, there was much scrutiny over the choice of Kanade. A pure, obedient, sensitive maiden, the mask and the music easily devour these maidens. By nature of the festival decides a community's fate, and we must embrace the seriousness and responsibility of the ritual. We must have perfection in the selection. That's a cool line. Hey man, how are you? I waved to you. Yes, the director of this place is a descendant of an evil priest, or a set of evil priests, and he's wondering, because when you put masks on girls, it controls them, so he's wondering whether it can control their brains. So, he's evil. Yeah, I'm alright. A bit tired because they released a new set of magic cards, so I've been working my ass off. But I'm good. Yes. At one point, there's one room that looks like he's been going a bit One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Wrong button. Like I thought he was going to start drilling their brains at one point. He's got shit like that. I mean, check that out. The dude, he's a big fan of brains. Okay, after a long time, I finally completed the Mask of the Lunar Eclipse. I poured my heart and soul into it, and I feel I gave my everything. My spirit is exhausted. I want to thank you for your help. Lost documents on the ceremony of passage were restored, and the techniques became clear. Above all, I studied the paints that are the key to the mysterious mask of the lunar eclipse, and gathered all that were necessary. You will surely see the results you wished for at the ceremony, and the true mask of the lunar eclipse complete. The true mask of the lunar eclipse is by no means the same as the abominable mask of legend, and will not create the evil day without suffering. The catastrophe was caused by the mask of the lunar eclipse made by Suetsu was incomplete. Suetsu wrote that his mask will open the gate to the afterlife. Your implacability bore fruit. I must endeavour to protect the mask until the Regetsu Kagura. I will not be present for the ceremony of passage, but I'll be praying for a success. Suya Yamotsuki. Yeah, this guy is one of the girl's dads. This guy that wrote that. He made the mask, and he basically didn't talk to his child or wife for weeks because he was so addicted to this mask. I don't think it's going to be for good. I think that's known as skull fucking, isn't it? Brain drilling? Skull fucking? I don't know. Alright, let's take a look. Director Haibara. He's an evil motherfucker. Right. The day of the Kagura nears. The Regetsu Kagura dance will probably once again overflow with guests. Tourists are coming again. The Kagura dance spreads Regetsu Island's name and has brought in revenue. Lately, preparations below have not been advancing. Yu has spoken to all of the Kanad, and the true mask of the lunar eclipse is complete. We must resurrect the ceremony of passage. The mask of the lunar eclipse made the Shrine Maiden bloom, and she began to destroy the island. Assuming that the day without suffering had arrived, people feared and detested the ritual. But as for the true mask of the lunar eclipse in the ceremony, for the Utsua, it may cure my daughter's illness. He's saying that he cares about his daughter's illness, but really he's evil as fuck. The mask of the lunar eclipse is my final move in treating lunar Siddhartha syndrome in the Regetsu Kagura. The Utsua loses her own sense of self within the mask, and the mask of the lunar eclipse erases all their memories. They are brought to that essential place. Once there, their self returns and floods into them. If the ceremony of passage is successful, the long battle of lunar Siddhartha syndrome will end. My wife thought the sickness of our daughter was her fault and took her own life. I have waited a long time from that day. Perhaps I won't have to look at my daughter's unhappy face anymore. The results of this research are dedicated to my late wife. And the madness! The madness! Excuse me. It's about time we had another ghost. I see you in there. Cheeky ghost doll thing. If I can aim this further down. Have I already taken a photo of this one, perhaps? Hey, you. Hey, you. Maybe I've already taken a photo of it. Onward. Onward. There we go. How's work been going? You've been travelling up and down the country when you're heading up to London? Ooh. Yummy, yummy crystals. Let's taste some, see if they're nice. No. Unless it's for pizza, I don't want to know. Hi, we'd like to deliver your ghost pizza. The lunar eclipse, the ceremony of passage, is nearing. The only tradition which remains from the olden days is the old form of the Regetsu Kagura dance. The song pours forth from the masked Kanade. The souls of the dead enter the Utsua. The primordial dance that releases these is called the Ceremony of Passage. The director said preparations had been made for the stage in the underground lunar hall, but the performing handmaiden song, chimes, flutes, drums, strings, are those five Kanade the same? The dancer, is she really a vessel? And what about the Ceremony of Passage in the midst of the Regetsu Kagura dance? I can't get rid of the anxiety I have. But I'm beginning to become strongly drawn to the Ceremony of Passage. It's because I saw the mask of the lunar eclipse. That mask, the soft smile on the brink of tears, the instant anger visible over facing death. Death? The maniac feeling when seeing, I'm sure that means manic feeling, when seeing that mask. I still want to see the dance using this mask. No, I even want to be in it myself. It's too late to turn back. Black. Black. Separate the weak children out. Mm-hmm. Nice. Oh, I'm glad it's working out. Well, you've put enough you've been working hard, so you deserve for it to work out. It's a shame that changing jobs, I couldn't really continue with my maths and everything, because I was going to redo my GCSEs. Where the fuck is the way out? But the new job, I'm happier at least, even if I don't have time to do any outside learning. Well, I do have time. I'm playing games within that time. Right, I'm going to head to the save point. Let me see, what's the time? 8 o'clock. I have started at the gym again. I'm doing that, well, I say I'm doing that 3 days a week. I've done 1 week's worth of exercise again. So this time I'm not going to be as extreme as last year. I was going 5-6 days a week. Gotcha! I'm just trying to kind of be happy with my lot at the moment, you know. If I'm in a job where no one's giving me shit and I can just do my job and go home and not worry about it, then that's kind of enough for that. And then with my health, trying to do better. And then I've got this that I'm enjoying. The funny thing is, I'm kind of glad I don't know much about Magic the Gathering, because I can kind of stay, what's the word? Not impartial. I just don't really give a shit about it. It's nice that people want to play this card game, and I'm sure it's a very nice game, but it's, yeah. I suppose it's kind of like Pokemon. It's one of those things where it's just another way of collecting a million things and spending a lot of money. I've got loads of ways to spend money already. Wait, what? They tried to get money... Your last job tried to get money from you? How does that even work? I thought you were like a civil servant. Why would they need to get money from you, and why would they need someone to personally do it in person? Person. I will eventually figure out which button is the one I'm meant to be pressing. Right, I need to do... Oh no, I'm going the right way. Oh. Okay, he's having a bit of a moment. I hate the fact that you've got to change... Oh, I got it. This torch doesn't normally take photos. You've got to assign it to its camera function. It's a ball ache. Alright, so someone who's got a fucking Napoleon complex and just likes causing people trouble rather than just letting sleeping dogs lie and moving along. What a piece of shit. I don't understand how people have enough time in their day to be vindictive, pointlessly vindictive. Is there ever a point of being vindictive? I suppose if the... I don't know, but no, I don't get it. How utterly ridiculous. Well, I'm glad you're away from there, because that sounds like fucking... just sounds like assholes. Hey, if you're looking for a daytime job, then my place is looking for another person. But it would be quite some distance from Red Roof. Yeah, it sounds like they're being vindictive. Oh, let's wait for him to get confused over the curtain. I'm glad you're taking it in your stride. I mean, you work there, you know exactly how it goes down. You should phone them up and just leave them messages of you laughing maniacally. Maniacally? Maniacally. And you're just shouting, "This is your power!" Or you could be like, you could reenact, do your best to reenact Labyrinth, saying that they have no power over you. But I wouldn't want to equate them to David Bowie. Okay, so in all of these games, I've got worst ghosts, favourite room, favourite room. This is the worst room in this place. I mean, no one designs a room like this. Where are you? Can't see anything. Yeah, but they have all those pieces of information because you worked there. So they're trying to. It's kind of like being passive aggressive, but on a what's the word? On an actual physical level. Ooh, okay, this is a new area. I'm glad they put a save point in there. And the new creepy areas. Is it going to actually let me walk on the grass though? Because last time it didn't, and it was just effectively a hallway. I'd love it if it was like £2.50 or something. Just an utter waste of everyone's time. Oh, going to do the double tap of the saving because I don't like saying OCD because it's not OCD. Less than £100, fuck's sake. The petty side of me says that you should, buy some caviar for about £100, walk in there and ask for a meeting and just eat it in front of them with like the price tag showing. But I wouldn't want to eat fish and eggs anyway. Discarded documents, maybe not everything was burned. Yeah. So it fell from inside the garbage bag. Okay, I'm getting a bit of dichotomy here, because I know this is a patch made by fans, but it spells colour the way British would, but it uses garbage as well. So, who is this person? Anyway, the film record of the Rogetsu Kagura must still be burned. No other record of the dance has ever been recorded or stored before, but this film is strange. At first I thought the film was damaged. However, I confirmed when I watched it one more time that I could clearly see a woman that I had not seen when I was there in person. She seemed to be dancing. I also saw the nurse mixing together somehow, but then, I'm not sure what that means, but then I saw the woman much more clearly. Gradually, the woman fades in. When I realised what was occurring, I couldn't believe it myself. I refused to think about it. No more of this footage should be taken, even for verification. Already I'm reluctant to near this to be near this film. Without waiting for the director's instructions, I used the incinerator out back. The incinerator. Yeah, you got what you needed from there. You're the bigger person anyway. Fuck them. Fuck them in their stupid asses. They are fucking clown shoes. Right, let's see if there's anything in here. I don't like sticking my hands in incinerators. Taliban, letters left at the bottom. 27. I'm going to have a sip of water before this. Thank you for your patience. Alright, time to get my read on. Kirishima, I assume you've also come to this island for work. I have come to Regetsu Island to focus on studying its society. The culture of this island is interesting. It really stands out with its originality. The purpose of my late research in this island's mask. It is known that the mask is related to the island's religion. However, there are still many mysteries. This is the year of the Kagura dance, which occurs every decade. Many masks are made for the Kagura. If all goes well, perhaps I may be able to visit the actual place where the island's masks are made. I think I'm going to stay on this island for a while. Remember my little sister Iori? She's also with me. Oh, that's the ghost we saw downstairs. Yeah, I told you 27 pages, and you're like, do it in character. 27 pages. I'm looking forward. This, to be fair, this is the highest amount I've seen across all the games. So this isn't your fault. It's completely adapted for tourists, anyway. Iori wants to meet you and have a drink together when we come to the island. It's unusual that the natives of this island don't traditionally consume large quantities of alcohol. Kusanagi University Assistant Professor Takashi either. First of all, the Kagura mask is the part of the ceremony believed to represent God. Traditionally, the form of the god for the coming year is unified with current god during the Kagura dance. However, Regetsu Island's mask is not the face of God. First of all, this island does not believe in a god. Sometimes I read several sentences and I'm just as baffled as I was at the beginning of them, if not a bit more baffled. Recently it became known as the Regetsu Kagura dance. However, it was formerly known as the Ceremony of Passage. The name takes its meaning from an old word which talks of the return of the dead. I think that since masks are put on the faces of the dead, the island's mask perhaps imitates the dead, covering the faces of the dead with masks and dancing. These customs are rarely ever seen. This mask is the form of death on this island, or perhaps in the form of the dead. If you imagine an unchanging dead face, could this eternal face be the true representation of the island's mask? Did the mask used in the Ceremony of Passage have some kind of unique role in the ritual? What? That is the mask worn by the Utsura. The Utsura's mask was made before all the other Kagura masks, and the other Kagura masks have different origins. Even among those, I was struck by the prominent presence of the imitation of the lunar eclipse made by the Susetsu, that person, the mask of the lunar eclipse. However, the island fell into ruin when the shrine maiden wearing the mask of the lunar eclipse bloomed. After this, its existence became taboo on the island, and even mentioning it is frowned upon. The mask-making techniques of Susetsu's era were lost as a result of the disaster that once occurred. However, other than that, we know nothing of the jet black mask. Now, Suya is trying to revive the advanced mask-making techniques of Susetsu's era. Just maybe a part of the mask of the lunar eclipse. I was told my sister had a mild case of lunar siddhata. After watching the Regetsu Kagura, she might get better. Even so, she'll briefly be hospitalized here. Extended hospitalization was discussed, but only as an extreme and unlikely option. I will continue to research the masks. I did come to the island to visit, but a black mask. At the time when the dead return. The dead are all the same formless spirits. I cannot imagine the purpose of this mask. What sort of ritual is it that suggests summoning spirits back from the dead? Its peaceful smile is like a Buddha statue. However, the Buddha statues do not share the primitive sense of emptiness in this mask. I believed before that they were speaking of death with this mask, but now it may be that it isn't death but something else. It might be custard. When I see it, it drags me into the bottom of the deep nothingness. A feeling of dreadful relief floods into me. It's so beautiful. Mask of the Lunar Eclipse. Even though my eyes were crushed, I still looked. I saw it. It's beautiful. Well, I've lost 2 viewers from reading. That's what this game does. It loses you from reading. Goddamn readers. Oh. No. No, no, no. Yeah, you want me to go over there, I get it. But let me save so I don't ever have to read that 27 pages again. And yes, I know it wasn't technically 27, because a bunch of them were blank. So all I got from that jumbled translation in my head, the only thing that managed to stay in there was it's bad, stuff's bad. Things bad, stuff's bad. Don't like the stuff. Okay, it's a nice different change of scenery. An item around here somewhere? Speak to me, tree. Give me the item which resides within you. So give me the fucking item. Tree crystals. The tangiest of all the spirit stones. This is beginning to look like the area from the first game. Is having a bit of a wander? Get it, they want me to go this way. What time is it? Okay. No, not all the ghosts. Like this one here, she's. They often use them as signposts, but in general, any ones that interact with you or. Yes, I mean, you get passive ones that are nice and aggressive ones that are bad. But you don't really talk to any that are nice. Oh, I got to power up. Let's assign that shit straight away. Extends the amount of time available between changed slots. Shots even. Yes, when it comes to TVs, I got this one about 4 years ago. It was one of an early HDR model, but you can't really go wrong with lots of them these days. I mean, I'm not the best person to speak to, but I went for a Sony Bravia years back, and it was really nice, but it was full of crap I didn't use. Like, who's going to use Twitter on their TV? I don't know, not me. But then I went for a Samsung from Argos, and it's like 55 inch, and it only cost like, I think it was £600 over 1 year. And as long as you've got 4K and HDR, it should be good. I mean, I'm using it through the PC right now. The only problem I've had with this is that if I'm running most games I run, VSync has to be enabled, which is annoying. Yeah, I'd say 4K and HDR are a good minimum thing to look for. I mean, I don't go for curved panels or anything like that. I mainly go for, this is going to sound a little bit sexual, I mainly go for inches and the 4K and HDR. Yeah, my Zenfall's pretty much right. I mean, like I said, mine was an intro one, but most of them have them these days. I don't think it's... yeah. I know you've got OLED and then you've also got QOLED. But OLED will just fucking run you through. Run you through? It's not... no one's going to run you through. I take that back. I think the price just goes up significantly if you go OLED. This better not be 27 pages. Okay. I came to this island upon an uncle's recommendation. Although I was scared at first, I'm very grateful now. The people at the hospital and the islands are very kind and have taught me all kinds of things. This year, a festival done once every decade called the Regetsu Kagura will be held. The role of the Utsuru maiden is to dance in the ceremony, seemingly lifted up by the god in the dance, and I was a little surprised to find out that the islanders had recommended me. Still, the role of the Utsuru has a rich and beautiful feeling to it. It was just right for the person around my age, so I decided to accept. To be able to participate in this island's ancient festival is a great honour, and best of all, I think it will be a wonderful opportunity to convey my gratitude. It seems that from now on I'll need to undergo some sort of purification training involving masks. This role is my duty. Yeah, all the OLED ones I saw, they were just ridiculous. But I'm really happy with my Samsung one, although I had to take it offline because one, there was talks of them like using you for market research or whatever. But that wasn't actually what annoyed me. It was more of every time I turned the TV on, I was getting adverts, like a banner on the bottom of the screen with adverts. I've still got a banner every time I turn it on, but it's a banner from about 3 years ago. Oh, hello. Argos do some good deals if you've got an Argos card. Like, I think anything over £200 and you could pay over a year. Oh, look at you. I see you there. Naughty. Okay, so back to the main building. There's going to be a couple ghosts in the way. And then we need to go and watch the reel. Although my prediction is as soon as I go back into the main building and as soon as I go to the projector, that's when this chapter will end. Come on, both at the same time. Oh, there's 3 of them. There's going to be 3 of them. Still one more of you? Oh, get out. No, first. I'm getting a little bit too good at predicting these games. Although, I am wondering whether they are infinite. Oh, they've all got ice cream headaches. I will read what you wrote in a moment. Just going to go away from that goes. Oh, you're bending over backwards. Oh, bending over backwards. Yeah, it's fast, mate. In the first games, you used to get currency from killing these guys. You don't get any currency from these ones. And there's, I think I passed like 8 of them now. They've got the ice cream headaches. Oh, and they're all happy for me to be going through a door. Okay, now I'm going to do 180 and save. I'm just going to catch up with what you guys have been writing. Ah, fair enough. Talking TV still. You should buy the one with the biggest ass. The bigger the ass, the better the TV. That is a true fact. I wonder if you can even find them with a big butt on them. I know St Austell has a big TV store up there, but wouldn't want to carry that back on the bus. Then you've been blessed by the poopin' TV. I think only certain brands do that anyway, like Hitachi. I'm not sure why I'm like saying Hitachi's bad. I don't think they're great, but I'm not trying to say they're shit either. I do think the Sony ones are overpriced for what you get these days. What I would say actually, because if you're thinking of connecting your PC to it, see whether you can get one with a see if you can get one with a higher refresh rate maybe, because I know this one, I think it's something like 59.96 or something, so it's technically not 60 frames per second, which means when my VSync is on, it automatically downgrades to 30. Well, I think so anyway, because every time I put VSync on, it drops it, and it doesn't matter what game I'm playing. Although for Xbox Game Pass, it's been telling me it's been running higher, but I'm not sure if it's optimised different through that. Oh, I've been playing Void Bastards through the Xbox Game Pass on PC. I'm really enjoying that. That's a fun little game. It's like Faster Than Light, crossed with Rogue Legacy and a first person. Yeah, I think that's the only thing that I would change. If I could buy another TV now, I would go for higher hertz. Just because I like to use them as my monitor for my TV, which isn't the best, I know. Okay. Just a quick reminder, if anyone wants to add me and subscribe to me, go for it, that'd be fantastic. I'm trying to get to 30 subs. If not, then I just hope you're enjoying what you're watching anyway. See, I don't know who he's talking to. Maybe he's just garbling at himself. Oh. He was coming up from... Oh. Is he going up those stairs? Oh, this is my longest stream yet. I don't normally stream for 2 hours. Oh, I was looking down when I should have been looking over there. Did he go to that door? I don't know which door he went to. Someone's cooking downstairs. I can smell delicious food. Did anyone else see where he went? I'm unsure. Fucking hell, over here. Where am I going? Oh well. I think... I don't think at all. My brain has gone to mush. Okay, haven't I already investigated this room with this guy? It gets a bit confusing with the multiple characters in this. Because you're often retreading. Who are you going to call? Japanese investigator man. No, nothing here. He must have been down the other walkway. Turn. So like, let's put in this really cool curtain graphic thing, and then just not treat it like an actual working one. It is. It is indeed. For a moment there, I read fleshlight, and I was like, what the hell is he talking about? This would be a very different game. I mean, it might scare the ghosts away. Because, I mean, even the undead would be like, dude, there's a time and there's a place. Wow, I've really confused myself. Where the hell am I going? That is locked. Let's take a look around. He went down some stairs, I think. Right, so now I'm going to do the search everywhere method. Is this open for him now? Zimzalabim? Okay. Oh. I was hoping that was a Necronomicon, but it wasn't. It was a picture of a fish. Not bound in human flesh and written in blood. If I'm going the wrong way, I'm going a very, very long wrong way. Okay, that was just added randomly? Okay. So back in the main building. This area's greyed out. I would warn you, there's only one bit in Soma I don't like. The entire game is fun. I love Soma, but there's one bit where it goes, oh, we're going to turn it into an action game for a second. And that bit wound me up. I mean, it might be more than one sitting. It might be a couple of sittings. Why do I get the feeling I'm just not in the right place? Oh, wrong button. Hold on, I'm trying to figure out where the hell I'm supposed to be. I'm back in the building. That takes me outside. Let's take a look outside. Because they mentioned the swimming pool where the girl drowned, and that is here. Fucking love the new Doom. The only problem I have... Get off. Oh, hey, Vader. I thought you'd gone to sleep, buddy. Welcome back, man. I would like to play Doom, but I'm pretty sure it'll only run at 30 frames per second. And Doom, of all games, I wouldn't want to run slowly. God. Yeah. I don't know where to go. Oh, I thought you were talking about me streaming. Yeah, Well, you should go for Doom, mate. Definitely jump in Doom first. God, that's such a good game. Congrats on the beard shaving, buddy. I need to trim mine a bit. It's getting patchy. Mine doesn't grow here. I think I've gone way off the radar. Normally, excuse me, just go scratch my eye, itch my eye, why eye. Normally you see ghosts, they lead you where you need to go. It's kind of signposted. I'm not seeing any ghosts currently. This takes me back down to the watery area. I don't think I'm going the right way. I'm going to check down here, then I'm going to head back. I've not seen any clues to lead me the direction I'm going. Oh yeah, there is that Man of Medan game, isn't it? I thought that was local co-op, but can you play that one online with people? And when is Doom Eternal out? Isn't it? Is it like March, I think? See, even though I like the fact that the story was relegated to the background in Doom 2016, it still had a good story. It was still Doom Guy being Doom Guy, and I liked that they recreated scenes from the original art, because I saw on Reddit they showed the cover art for the original, I think it was for the original Doom, and someone had found the place in the game that was based on, because you could see the giant horned like skull in the background and everything. That's dedication to your game right there. Okay, where to go? Oh, I think I know where to go, to the projector room. Because I found a reel, didn't I? This is how slow my brain is. I forget about something, and then it eventually kind of surfaces 20 minutes later. I think that's in here. Oh. I don't know if I'm going to be able to afford it. I'm saving up for the special edition of Final Fantasy VII, and I mean, the pictures of the motorbike make you think that it's just a toy, but for the price, I like to think it's going to be life-size. And if it's not life-size, I'm going to be sad, because I know it's not going to be life-size. Still, I can dream. I'm not decided yet. It's difficult because I don't feel like I necessarily enjoy the game for what the game is like when I'm streaming. I need something where I can be okay at the game and also be able to talk about other stuff at the same time. So it's a weird position to be in. Quite possibly, though. I mean, I know the story inside out. But if it's a game that requires grinding, then I don't want people to have to watch me grind. I've played Kingdom Hearts 1 and Kingdom Hearts 2, but not Kingdom Hearts 3. I'm waiting for it to be finished. Okay, it's film time, people. If you mean the side games, oh, everyone's had a nap. Like, that dancing wore us all out. I tried playing some of the handheld games. Wait for it. End of chapter. Did I call it? Oh no, I didn't call it. There's legs under there. I tried playing a Kingdom Hearts game on the DS, the original DS, and I didn't get along with it. It seemed that they removed all the Final Fantasy. The burned picture. There's an oil painting in the fireplace. About half of it is burnt. I had Breath by Sleep. I heard that some of them are good and some of them are bad, but I was there. I played them for the Final Fantasy part, because the oh, got another cassette tape. There's no wood in the fireplace. It doesn't seem to have been used in some time. Oh, they've all got the ice cream headaches. Oh, the door's unlocked. I'm going to confirm the door's locked first. Oh, the door isn't locked. Okay, let me look around the room first. Right, I'm not sure where else to go. I found the cassette tape. Can I listen to that? That's weird. Okay, I can't use it from there, but I can use it from here. I think. Yeah, if I play in the future, I'll definitely stream. It seems like quite a fun game to stream. It's colourful. I know. That's my problem. Although I might act calm, all I want to do is explodey on them. I see that little doll down there, and I've got that doll. I wish that MotorStorm was on PC, because I used to make loads of people explode on that. For some reason, the main people that played that game were me and Scousers. So many Scousers. And hearing them shouting was hilarious. Because I would race around in a big rig, and I was so good at that game. I don't mind even showing off. I was really good at that game. And the big rig, you could just tap people and they would explode, and I fucking loved it. Okay, we're gonna watch another movie. Is that the same one? Yeah. There's no Orson Welles. Yes, that was for Steel Battalion, and the button was the overdrive manipulator. I never properly knew how to manipulate the overdrive, but there was a button there, and it was my favourite button. And that was a 3-segmented console with pedals as well. I was thinking about, I think that the last place I saw that was the shop, was at the flat above the shop, and it might be in the attic there, but I doubt it. I bet it's worth loads as well these days, that controller. I wish I kept it. Problem was, I only got into about 4 games of it, because the only people that played it were the Yanks, and I had to stay up. How many times am I going to save? I had to stay up till 4 o'clock in the morning just to get into a match. Yes, it might be cheaper to get an actual mech. That, and I was using one of the old SD fat TVs. The actual controller was bigger than the TV that I was using. And this was on an original OG Xbox. Christ, I haven't got a fucking clue where to go. I'm glad we have you to do that for us, because someone has to. When the Walkie Robot Wars begin, we need a European branch. So they'll hire you to make them, and then hopefully I'll still be young enough to pilot them. I don't know what floor I'm on now. No, fuck it, we're going upstairs anyway. In Steel Battalion, because there was so many controls, most of what happened in that game was you would fly forwards and just eat shit straight away because you had to keep your robot balanced. I think the only time I even got a kill was when I stole it from someone else. But because the OG Xbox was kind of cool, you could play your own music, and I was playing Rage Against the Machine. Yeah. I mean, I don't mind the bulky, boxy ones as long as you've got those are your behind the heavy artillery. But we want the agile ones as well. So you've got to design them all to look cool. Heavy artillery is allowed to look boxy because they're artillery. Third floor. Nurse's log. There is one issue to report about a patient. Recently I've observed significant change in the condition of Magaki from room 309. Problematic behaviour has increased. For example, he grins as if obsessed by something and sometimes suddenly cries out in a loud voice. Yesterday after lights out he suddenly started to scream, so I ran to him. When I got there, he turned to me, grabbed me and started to shout strange words at me like eradication and destruction. Furthermore, there have been dramatic changes in the pictures he draws. He keeps drawing this sinister-looking woman, and there's no doubt that this woman is the patient from the isolation ward. Why is Magaki drawing pictures of this woman? To me it seems like an omen for a person without a face to awaken. Yes, can't go wrong with Metal Gear Ray and Metal Gear Rex. Although to me, Metal Gear Rex will always be more iconic, just because I fought him for like hours on end, and just Snake shouting, "I can't do it!" when you're trying to kill, what's his face, the ninja with the rocket launcher. I can't do it. You can do it, Snake. Just fire at him. I need to figure out how to listen to these tapes. Metal Gear. Alright, Magaki's room, which would be this one here, with the painting, which makes sense with the burned painting. No. But now I want to turn around and investigate that panel. For fuck's sake. Let's take a quick look, even though it's probably nothing. You let me investigate, or is it just a spooky thing? Okay, it was just a spooky thing. Okay, normally I only make like hour-long videos so people can watch them on YouTube as well. I'll be surprised if anyone watches this video. It's like 2 hours and 19 minutes so far. But I don't mind, I'm having fun. And I don't normally have so many viewers, so I'm going to stay online as long as I can. Well, before I go to the gym. Oh, it's hidden there as well. Let's see if I can check out all the rooms first. Jimothy. Trying to think of my favourite walkie robot. I mean, some of my favourite walkie robots were from One Must Fall. Oh, this is the girl's mother. I was looking at One Must Fall Arena, or the second one that I never ever played. And the Shadow was a cool robot, and the Jaguar was a good robot. And then most of the robots I like are either from Armored Core or from Front Mission. Picture of the former hospital. Oh, don't be 27 pages again, please. Okay, Surya's obsession has engulfed him. I can't understand what idea is it that drives him and Haibara this way. If Ruka isn't treated quickly, it seems as if she doesn't ask about the island, but about some place far away. After this, however, it may be impossible to help Ruka. Surya, I'm sorry. I'm worried about you, but if it may not be possible to save you, I think I will leave this island soon. Is that the one that committed suicide? Again, it gets confusing when you've got 4 or 5 main characters. I already looked at the music box yesterday. Okay, so main Magaki's ring? Oh. Oh! Come in! That's fucking rude. Didn't even knock. Come on! Favourite floaty robot? Floaty robots. So we're talking more kind of anime robots. Floaty robots. I mean, Armoured Core robots, the spider bots, do float. Because they got little hover bits on the bottom. Floaty robots. There might be Transformers, I suppose, but the old ones maybe? Starscream. I always loved Starscream because he's kind of like Cartman. He reminds me of Cartman. He's the Cartman of Transformers. He was a snivelling little shit, and he was hilarious. What is everyone in the chat's favourite floaty robot? Give me some ideas. Uh-oh, we're gonna have a fight in the chat now. Coyote is very much into walkie robots. Floaty might be against his religion. Is JRT, is that Zone of the Enders? Which is more Metal Gear style, or Metal Gear Ray style. I was going to say next. I mean, my favourite robots in general are spider bots. I'm all about the spider bots. So, I mean, I know they've only got 4 legs generally, but oh, that door's not open. Okay. Both of these doors lead to the same place, so one of them better be open. There you go. Old ankle biters. I've come for the ankles. Ankles. And people that wear ankle socks. environment. Okay, so have we got Wibbly in front of the door? No, we don't. They should have painted it on the floor. A bit like the old cartoons. Yeah. This landscape. I was going to say landscape then, but I thought it was a bit racist. Then I followed that by actually saying it. Where is he? Where is this? What the hell's going on? Okay, so we're looking down on the garden. And there is a walkway above it, but it's broken. Oh. End chapter. Okay, I think I'm going to call that. I'm going to end this stream now, and I'm going to head to the gym. Then I'm probably going to be back in an hour from then, so I might be back online in like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, if anyone's up and wants to continue watching. If not, thank you for joining the stream. I appreciate it, and I'll catch you in a bit. Bye bye. Zim zalabim.